I never believed in the supernatural until that night at the Warrens Occult Museum. The place had always been shrouded in mystery, a collection of cursed artifacts and haunted relics. But when a museum was shut down due to safety concerns and a string of disappearances, it felt like the legends were finally catching up with reality. I was working as a security guard, Marcus, on the night the power went out. The darkness was suffocating, and the silence was unnerving. I remember the flickering lights, the sudden stillness, and then nothing. Just me, alone with the echoes of the past. When the backup generators kicked in, I made my rounds, checking on the exhibits. That's when I found it. The glass case that held Annabelle, the infamous doll, was shattered from the inside. The sight was horrifying. Glass shards littered the floor, and the air felt thick with dread. But what chilled me to the bone were the messages scrawled on the walls. Words that seemed to pulse with a life of their own. "I'm free now," one read. "Find me," another whispered. I felt a cold sweat break out on my forehead. Annabelle wasn't just a doll. She was a conduit for something far more sinister. Meanwhile, across town, a college student named Erica stumbled upon another doll. One that looked innocent enough but held a darkness that would soon unravel her life. She thought it was just a quirky find, a piece for her collection. But the moment she brought it home, strange occurrences began. Shadows danced in her periphery, whispers echoed in the silence, and nightmares plagued her sleep. Friends noticed her change. She was becoming withdrawn, haunted by something she couldn't quite grasp. As the days passed, Erica vanished without a trace. Her friends were frantic, but all they found were her belongings, untouched, as if she had simply stepped out for a moment and never returned. The police were baffled, but I knew better. Annabelle's freedom had unleashed chaos, and now she was hunting for new souls to torment. The stories of the museum, the legends surrounding Annabelle, they weren't just tales to scare children. They were warnings. I felt the weight of responsibility pressing down on me. I had to find Erica to stop whatever was happening before it spread further. But how do you confront a malevolent force that thrives on fear? I began to dig deeper into the history of the doll, the Warrens, and the dark rituals that had been performed. Each revelation was more disturbing than the last. I learned that Annabelle was not just a doll. She was a vessel for a spirit that craved chaos and despair. And now, she was free, roaming the world, seeking out those who were vulnerable. As I pieced together the puzzle, I realized that the only way to stop her was to confront her directly. But how does one confront a being that thrives on terror? I felt the shadows closing in, the whispers growing louder. I had to act fast, or I might become her next victim. The clock was ticking, and the darkness was hungry.